Paul River 2023 None drone footage. This is the Comox Air Force Museum right next to the Comox Airport, 10 minutes away from the ferry. So we decided to stop and take a lot of pictures of the stuff and still make the ferry in plenty of time. A lot of the footage here will be same material as the drone videos I did, but it covers also all the areas where I couldn't fly the drone. And I promise this is the last one for 2023 on Paul River. There's the Salish Orca coming in the dock, and it'll be taking us to Paul River. There we're leaving, and now for an hour and a half later, we'll be in Paul River. There's Roxy waving at me through the window. Smoky in Paul River. Unfortunately, it killed a lot of the sunsets. Look at the size of them sunflower seeds up at Sam's place, 12 feet plus. We measured this tree with a drone the best we could, 167 feet tall, Douglas fir. Roxy hiding in the bamboos and the ferns. One of the better sunsets. You'll see a few of them, but the smoke kind of killed them all. There's the sea otters playing on the first wharf there, first dock. They come out in the evenings and play around. Then they dive into the boats and under the water, and apparently they're a nuisance. Here's Palm Beach. A little woman there walking up and down looking for a sea glass, never found one piece. I was tempted to go find a bottle and break it and give her some glass. Palm Beach was one of the nicer beaches outside of Paul River towards Salter Bay there. Not many people swim in the water. It's pretty cold this time of year there for some reason. Here's the viewpoint in Westview. The whole area is called Paul River, but that's the Westview. Comox ferry, a yacht going by, a sailboat tied up, and there's the Texada ferry coming in. There's my swimming hole rock from years gone by. Nighttime, the harbor lit up. That's the best sunset for that night. Smoke, you see it in the distance. There's the restaurant, Seaside or Seashore or something. Pretty nice place. We went there one night. And what's a trip to Paul River without going to Lund? This restaurant was highly recommended to us. Of course, there's not many places in Lund to eat, but we had lunch there. The Boardwalk restaurant. Lund Harbor. The old Lund Hotel that's been there for years and years. And there's a couple eating their fish and chips, and Roxy had hamburger and fries. And that's not rhubarb, that's some kind of other plant. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Laughing Oyster at the Dissolution Bay, and the cement ships in the harbor in Paul River. Orange Moon, another no sunset night. Well, there were sunsets, but they just weren't as nice as if the sun went right down into the ocean. Okay, this is Wellington Beach. Couldn't even unlock the drone to get it up there. Totally restricted area. So I had to do handheld movies. This lady here is showing me that just missed the 3 whales going by there. But I didn't see them. They were gone the time I got there. And this is early in the morning, so the beach is pretty quiet. Kind of disappointed I couldn't get the drone up there. I would have liked to have taken it out and got a good beach shot from the water side. Where the arrow is, if you really look, you'll see a small whale. And the ferries went way around it, like the one going out went way to the right, and the one coming in went way to the right to stay away from the 3 whales. Probably the 3 that lady was telling me about at Wellington Beach. And that was Myrtle Point Beach and Myrtle Point Rock. Close up with a big ferry. And here's the wildlife at Sam's place. You can see why he likes it. He just sits on his porch and the deer come right up to where he's sitting there. The deer are pretty friendly. The squirrels are even friendlier. That's as close as we got to the bear. But Sam gave us a couple of pictures right there that he took. He drove up close with his truck. They're used to him, so they don't even take off from his truck. But that's closer than I wanted to be, and there's a hydrangea in Sam's garden. Here's another area I couldn't unlock the drone. It's in the Harbor Air lands their seaplane there all the time. So it's an airport, seaport. So it's unlockable for the drones, even the Mini. And we were having supper there, and you could see the raindrops just starting, and we had one of the covered spots. There's only 2 tables that were totally covered from the rain outside, and we were lucky we got one of them. That was Shingle Mill Pub. Another nice little place. And there's Harbor Air taking off. This couple here walking up, they were saying goodbye to somebody there. I don't know who it was, but as soon as the plane started taxiing, they waved and took off. It's a nice little spot if you're looking for a place to have lunch or supper. There we are in a corner, a covered little place when the rain comes. And a trip to Eagle River. You got to do the pools when you go there. You got to see them. Everybody grew up, swam there at one time or another. There's Dave McRae's pickup. It's got a C, or whatever those Chevy guys call their engines, LS1s or something. I don't know what it was. Pretty impressive truck anyway. There's a log boom going by the resort. Foxy looking for sea glass, and there's a walrus going in the water. Oh, it was cold. And here we're on the ferry leaving Paw River. Don't know when we'll be back. Someday we might go again. Just doing a quick span around. Tuxedo Ferry coming in, us leaving. It was a very nice week, relaxed. Spent a lot of time with Sam. He doesn't like going in the car anymore, so we're up at his place quite a bit. There's Paw River in the distance, and just panning by the ocean here. And that's pretty well Paw River. You can't see around this point here. It still goes, and then it's Grief Point right behind it. But it was a very good, relaxing weekend. Thanks, Sam. Week, not weekend.